So my full name is Jaspreet Randhawa. I go by Jazz as short, so you can call me Jazz. I recently just graduated from a medical sciences degree. So it was a Bachelor of Science in Medical Sciences with a minor in Applied Computing from Brock University. And a little bit about me, I guess, is I'm a very positive and enthusiastic person. I like to always give 110% to my activities and my commitments. I love being in the outdoors. It just provides me with a lot of peace and like healing. So I'm always going for adventures or trying to get interested into natural like photography. So taking pictures of nature, landscapes, or wildlife. Other than that, I've grown a passion to integrate my applied health technologies experience with my health sciences perspective to improve the patient care and our healthcare system and to meet those unmet needs of the community. So that's me. So when I initially started the orientation, like I remember joining the Zoom call and being very, very nervous. Orientation in general is a very nerve-wracking experience for newbies and new coming students especially. And having it online, I was even more anxious. There was no point where you get to just walk into a room, see everyone and calm down. It's more like you're just clicking a button, joining the call, getting even more nervous. So I would like to say I started off very anxious. But as soon as I joined and I saw everybody with their faces on, like everyone had their cameras on, everyone was engaging, they're already typing in the chat, introducing themselves. It really did settle me in a little bit more. My anxiety went like through the window. My excitement came out a little bit more. I wanted to make friends. I wanted to socialize, get to know these people. That was really nice. Especially even the professors, like the way they spoke about themselves, about the program. You could just tell by the way they were speaking that they were so passionate about this. And they were really looking forward to getting to know each and every one of us, which is rare, feeling that valued in a virtual environment. So yeah, those are my first impressions. Certainly started off very nervous, but the excitement took over, which is what you'd like. For me personally, one thing that really stood out to me and made a huge impact, I believe, was this one activity we did. So we used a Miro board, which is, if you're familiar, it's like a whiteboard and you put a lot of Post-its everywhere. And the Miro activity was based on listing the different fears and anxieties you have about the program. And the neat part was that you were anonymous. So no one needed to know what you were writing or what you were saying. So you really were able to be very transparent and honest and genuine. And you just started listing it. Everything you were feeling in that moment, you're just listing it and you're writing exactly what you're anxious about, what you're stressed out about, what you're scared for. And slowly you could see everyone else's responses piling in as well. And you're just sitting there and you're like, wow, like these are such smart people and they're so established in their field and they're such qualified researchers and clinicians and they have the same fears like me. They have the same anxieties about this program. And it really made you feel better about the whole journey in general. And yeah, that stayed with me for sure. And that's the reason why I felt so comfortable to be able to really express my opinions and my views and talk about my perspectives in class now as well. That activity, I think, really set the ground for creating that really safe environment for the students. I certainly think that everyone in the TRP certainly exceeded my expectations. For me, the orientation was an opportunity for me to understand where I can find all the information about my courses, my program, how to connect with my professors, get an introduction to everyone that I need to know. However, the orientation went above and beyond. I felt like I was connecting with the students right away. We were already fostering this safe environment to talk and share our perspectives. And like we mentioned, the whole TRP family, we were really starting to create that from day one, which was really surprising to me. I've never expected that from an organization. I've had in-person orientations, even in-person classes, and you don't bond and connect the way we really did within those 2 days of virtual orientation. So certainly exceeded my expectations by far. For me personally, I mentioned my background a little bit. I've always been very interested in health sciences and learning medical sciences, but my passion for computer science and applied technologies came a little bit later on in my studies. Once I started learning about computer science and the different abilities and capabilities we have with these technologies, I really developed this like need to integrate my knowledge on that side with my health sciences expertise as well. So during my undergraduate studies, I got heavily involved with quality improvement research. So I actually co-led the implementation of the Ontario Telemedicine Network. It's a video conferencing technology that we implemented at the NICU here at Niagara Health Hospital. And through this technology, physicians here in Niagara Health could actually conference call over a video with neonatologists at McMaster Children's Hospital. So from that project, it really opened the horizon for me, you could say, to investigate and see what else I could do to improve our healthcare system as a whole, improve our patient outcomes, all while addressing their needs as well. This technology allowed them to stay closer to home. These babies were getting the best care right here in our neighborhood, and it was local. They didn't have to transfer to a regional hospital. They didn't have to have that added stress. You know, as a newborn, as a parent of a newborn, you're already stressed out, and having to transfer, it can be very, very hard. So that really opened my eyes to translational research and what we can do in this field. So it was a similar type of framework that we work with here. We really went into the community first, discovered these unmet needs, and then addressed them. Moving forward from there, I got involved with Medical Makers. It's a global community organization of innovators, healthcare workers, nurses, biomedical engineer students, and we come together to research and design prototypes to create, let's say, medical devices to meet unmet needs on a global scale. So through that project, it was once again the same similar framework where we went with the community first. We established these partnerships. We wanted to investigate what was it that they needed from us, and then see if we can use our expertise and our knowledge to actually address those needs and develop different medical devices that were low cost, or training modules that could be accessible offline, since so many people in the world do not have access to internet connection. So most of our community partners there are based in African countries. So those are the two projects that really sparked my interest in this field. And after working on those, I knew for a fact that I wanted to continue research and development, but I wanted to continue it in a way that was meaningful to my audience and who the patients that I was trying to help. So when I came across this program, I was like, wow, this is exactly what I need. This is exactly what I need to improve what I want to do. And it's really aligned with my mission statements and what I like to look forward to and help our patients in a way. So this was actually the only master's program that I was going to apply to. Otherwise, I was just going to continue my research at Proc with that quality improvement project and continue in that end. But it really goes to show you how much I was interested in this and how it really did align with my research goals and aspirations. And yeah, I'm just excited to build on these knowledge domains and learn even more and develop these skills, because there's so much learning to do and I just can't wait. So moving forward, after this program, I would love to actually continue my education. My career aspirations is to actually become a pediatrician. That's what I'm really interested in. I do want to go into an MD program moving forward. However, I really found the value of me developing these skills and these research competencies now. I'm very heavily involved in innovative research, and that's something I'm going to be 110% continuing moving forward. So for me, it's just about gaining that skill set and building on those skills. So the TRP program was exactly what I needed there. But moving forward as a pediatrician, sometimes, and I think I notice this more from quality improvement, but it's really hard. Sometimes you're very focused on the job at hand, which is fair. You have a lot to do. However, the second part of your job should always be improving your job at hand or improving the healthcare system that you're working for right now. So for me, just building onto that will actually help me become a better pediatrician in my eyes, because I think that having this insight on research and having both ends, I want to say, I have the research background and then I have the clinician side of things as well. It would really help bridge that gap. We talk about it a lot in our research as well, that we don't have enough clinicians talking to our basic researchers. So if we're already training our clinicians to be better basic researchers, you're already integrating that together, which I think is very important. So yeah, my overall goal will definitely be that, but this journey is certainly aligned with it. And I'm just excited to continue my education and continue learning these skills.